Hello and welcome to another video in the Rush Insurance Agency educational series of videos. My neighborhood here in Cuyahoga Falls was built in the early 1960s. I'd argue that we're fortunate to have a lot of large and mature trees in our yards. But what happens if one of those trees falls? Will my insurance cover a fallen tree? Well, there's a couple items to consider here. If a tree falls over due to something like heavy winds, weight of ice or snow, and it causes damage to your house, a fence, your shed, then you probably have a claim for the damages and the cost of tree removal. If your tree just falls over in your yard and doesn't really cause any other damages, depending on your policy, you may have tree removal coverage that covers a small amount like $500 or $1,000, but you probably wouldn't want to file a claim for that small amount. Now, if a neighbor's tree falls and causes damage to your property, that's a different scenario to consider. If the tree is healthy, it'll likely be considered an act of God, not an act of negligence, and it won't be covered by their policy. If there's damage to your property, it would be up to your policy to cover it. So if you have a tree in your yard that's showing signs of decay, you should have it removed. If you see a neighbor's tree showing signs of decay, you want to send them a nicely written certified letter expressing your concern. When a decaying tree falls, that could be considered an act of negligence, not necessarily an act of God, and open the property owner up to liability. So when it comes to falling trees, there's a few different scenarios to consider, and it's always good to have a trusted advisor that you can consult. Thanks for listening to this video, and I hope you have a great afternoon. Thanks so much. We'll see you later.